Hello, this is Molly Reamer with 30 Days of Goddess in Bridget's Grove with this week's mini ritual. I am making this video inside today because the sound of the cicadas was so intense last week that I'm worried it might bother people or distract them from being able to listen to the video, and you can actually still hear them right now even inside the house, but they're not nearly as loud as they are when sitting outside on the deck, which is really where I really prefer to be, outside on the deck making the videos. But anyway, the yoga mat it is. There are power spots everywhere and lots of goddesses holding space for us. So I am using the 30 Days of Goddess Daily Practice deck. Earth runes for this week. I have our herb card of the week from the Illustrated Herbiary. I think I may have forgotten to do an herb card for last month, so I'm back on track with an herb card for this month. And a new card from the Rooted Woman Oracle, which is thanks to Taryn from our Goddess Magic community who sent me that deck for my birthday. It's a deck by Sharon Blackie, and so we have an assist from that card as well. So we're on to the 23rd Earth Rune. The Earth Runes is a new divination system that I'm developing this year for our Goddess Magic patrons. So everybody gets a new card a week there, and we're exploring these symbols and this deck together as it unfolds throughout the course of this year. So our symbol for this week is the rings, the rune of interdependence. Something I am fond of saying on Independence Day in July is happy Interdependence Day or Independence Day, because truly, really many things in our lives and everything on this earth relies on interdependence and on cooperation and on working together and on harmony. And so this can also be a rune of magic, of sacred symbols, of interconnection. It can represent a chain, linking connections with others, with the things around you. It can represent the triquetra symbol, the triple goddess, multiple facets of a situation or experience, an intersection. You see how the center forms that triquetra shape, an intersection or an overlap, a core connection, but also about finding your way. So there's a lot to explore and think about with the rings as the rune of interdependence. And then I'd like to go ahead and move over to our herb card. This is from the Illustrated Herbiary by Maya Toll, and we got the apple, forbidden fruit, which I think has a really sweet and nice connection to our goddess of the month, who is Freya. And even though the apple is usually associated with Eve, I think of how Freya in many ways represents sometimes that forbidden part of ourselves, that closed off part of ourselves, that passion and the exuberance and the wantonness of Freya is sometimes something that's forbidden and shut away from us, and may see the fact that she reaches forward and seizes what she wishes for, that she follows her desire and listens to her passion and seizes what she longs for. That might be something that feels forbidden to us, or feels like the forbidden fruit, a woman in touch with her own sexuality, her own power, her own desire is something that has been seen as a threat by patriarchal religions throughout a long time. And so I'm going to touch in with what Maya has to say in the book about the apple. The apple has been given grief since in the beginning, when she learned that feeding people and teaching them to know themselves can be a dangerous thing. She became associated with snakes, shame, and fig leaves, and it's been all dance lessons, curtsies, and domestication from there. Apple is the witch of the wildwood, forced to clean up and come in for tea. But a skirt and high heels can't hide her knowledge of the circling stars and the cycling seasons, the deep loam of the earth and the warm weep of a summer rain. We may think we've tamed Wild Apple and brought her to heel, but even quasi-domesticated, she still gifts us with the sweetness of understanding ourselves. She still gifts us with the sweetness of understanding ourselves. Apple asks, what have you forbidden yourself? So what have you forbidden yourself? And she also shares that apple, it can be related to getting to know ourselves. The self begins in the physical body, everything it can feel, taste, see, hear, and smell. So focus on sensation. How do you feel? What do you sense as a physical being interacting with the world, noticing your physical response to the world around you and how you relate physically to your own life can be a part of understanding and accepting your whole self. This card can also ask us to consider, and this is how it connects to Freya to me too, is it says we try to tame things that scare us. So people have tried to tame Freya over the years, have tried to tame the goddess, have tried to tame the feminine, have tried to tame the wild, have tried to tame the earth. We try to tame things that scare us. Self-knowledge is no different. We hide our deep wisdom, our intuition, our needs and desires under a layer of enculturation. These hidden knowings and longings are snakes in the garden trying to wake us up. Do you stifle your body when it wants to move in certain ways? Do you choke back your voice when it wants to chant or sing? Do you eat what you're supposed to instead of what your body craves? Do you listen to the quiet voice of your intuition? Do you have thoughts that feel like snakes in the garden, pointing you toward embarrassing or dark truths? Or maybe not even embarrassing or dark truths, just truths that are uncomfortable to others. Truths that are uncomfortable to others, but that are longing to be heard or spoken or shared or experienced or lived. Okay, so then tapping into the Rooted Woman Oracle card, we got the Banfasa, which literally means the woman of knowledge. So this is really sweetly connected to our apple as the forbidden fruit, forbidden knowledge, hidden wisdom, but also to this rune of interdependence as well, because she reminds us of the ancestral wisdom and old spiritual wisdom. So anyway, this one is associated with as a powerful healer with and a wise woman of Celtic traditions. And so sometimes she might be seen as shamanic in nature, involving visits to the spirit world in order to return with gifts and knowledge. And so she's a sign or a symbol of equilibrium between the other world and our physical experience of this world. And so as an ally on our journey, the Banfasa offers us the old ancestral and spiritual wisdom, which teaches us how we might live in balance in the world, how we might live in harmony in our communities. She reminds us to listen to the whisperings of the other world and shows us how to discern true meaning from multiple interconnections. So I love that overlap with the rings, is that she shows us how to listen to the whisperings of the other world and all these multiple interconnections. With her help, we can discover the wisest courses of action and the wisest decisions to take along our path. So do you have something that needs a decision? Sometimes at this midpoint of the year, we may feel kind of at a turning point, a hinge point, where we may either be seeking clarity or sensing a type of clarity. It might be a choice point, a crossroads, a decision that needs to be made. And then we're going to close up with a ritual from the daily practice deck. So, word, look. May we look to interconnections and ancestral wisdom and to forbidden knowledge for insight, understanding, and healing. May we look at all the things around us and seek guidance from where we are. And then a practice, choose an oracle card. Gotcha covered, because we already did that. And then a prayer to end with. May I lean into listening. May I open my arms to the unsolvable mystery. May I deepen into wonder with so much beautiful impossibility in my hands. And one final little prayer, little affirmation. These are our business cards / they double as booster pack additions to the daily practice deck. Let us soften into the expansive, lean into the limitless, and stretch into the infinite. Let us feel how we are carried, held, and supported as we live. So may you tap into that sense of the infinite. May you lean into the limitless. May you feel how you are carried, held, and supported as you live. And may you be alert for interconnections and for forbidden fruit. Thanks so much for being here. Keep living your magic. Bye-bye.